Hello, Intermediate Lake Association users. The following video that you're going to watch provides a process for determining the absolute lake level at any point in time, knowing the datum standard that's set around the county at various locations, like here at 6 Mile Lake Boat Ramp. There's a datum that tells you what the absolute level at that standard is, and using that standard and some sight glasses or laser levels, we can determine what the absolute lake level is at that time. This is useful because it will also allow you to determine where your floodplain is on the property, so that you know where your floodplain is. So stay tuned, and the following video will explain how to do this. Thanks. So we're at 6 Mile Lake at the public boat launch facility, and this is the Antrim County elevation benchmark. The top of this rod right here, is elevation 612.97 feet above sea level. So Scott Papineau, the Antrim County surveyor,
That's over there.
is now measuring the level of the lake. This pole here is right at the current level of 6 Mile Lake, and Scott is going to measure from his level, from his surveyor's gauge, a level here, so we can tell how many feet above that mark the level of the lake is, and then we'll be able to transfer that over to the monument datum to determine the absolute level of the lake.
You're on.
So Scott is now going to measure, do the same process to measure how high above the benchmark data surveyor's gauge is. Three branches in my way of this, but he can use those two numbers to determine the absolute level of the lake at this point.
Okay.
This instrument Scott is using is a surveyor's level that can measure on a level plane what the height on the pole that was above the benchmark datum, as well as the pole when it was on the lake. So what Andy and Fred are doing, hey Fred, keep that there, just pretend it's there and speak to the camera about what you're doing. Melissa's recording this for posterity.
We're using a laser level as opposed to the sight level that Scott just used to do the same thing. We're measuring to a laser beam that's coming in right at this height. We're measuring the distance from the datum, which is the top of a rod in this well. We're measuring from the datum up to the laser beam, which is about where my hand is. And now we're going to do that same thing over by the water. The laser beam is going to stay the same plane, so that'll give us the two measurements we need. So you've got that measurement. Yeah, I got that one.
Importance of placing the stick is.
Go ahead, Fred.
Well, you want to place the stick at the water level, and when it's wavy, you can have a seiche where one side of the lake is actually a little higher than the other, and that would hurt us because we're trying to transfer this measurement across the other side of the lake.
So give an overview. So the bottom of this stick is at the actual lake level that's of 6 Mile right now. This ruler measures how many feet above the actual lake level his laser level is, which can then be transferred over to the absolute datum when we do the same process. And so by that process, we can calculate the absolute level of the lake using the absolute level from the datum that we know. So that's the whole process of what we're trying to do.
And why we dug the little channel there?
Well, just to try to shield our measurement point from the waviness, to kind of get an average. So the water comes over here, it is trapped a little bit, but you notice how still the water is here? So we're taking some of that and averaging it out. But still, we see it move. When the wind blows, it comes up a little bit. When it doesn't blow, it goes down. So
Yeah.
getting a lake level is really dependent on having not just no wind, but having no boats and
Yeah.
having it be that way for a while. So normally, like 5 in the morning is a good time to be doing this.
Yeah.
Maybe a little dark these days at 5 in the morning, so maybe 6
Little
would be
bit.
better.
Optimally, you want to do it on an absolute still morning when the lake is absolute still. Today, unfortunately, is a little windy.
But it was good just to get the correlations of what Scott would read. You know, we're in the ballpark.